Hey everyone, welcome back to Everyday English, the podcast where you can learn natural English through real conversations about daily life. I'm Pa.
And I'm Sally. It's so great to be here. If you're new to the show, welcome. We keep things simple, natural, and fun, so even if English isn't your first language, you can follow along.
Today we have a really delicious episode. Literally, we're talking about lunch.
Yes, lunchtime, one of my favorite topics. And today is actually a really special day for me because Pa is taking me to get a burger.
That's right. Sally just moved here from Japan and she hasn't had a real LA burger yet. Can you believe that?
I know. I've been eating bento boxes and ramen at home. Old habits, right?
Totally understandable. But today, everything changes. Today, Sally joins the burger world.
I'm a little nervous, honestly, but also really excited. Okay, so before we get to the restaurant, let's talk about lunch culture because I think our listeners will find this really interesting.
Great idea. Let's do it. And listeners, don't worry. We'll try to speak slowly and clearly so you can follow every word. Okay, Sally, you go first. Tell me about lunch in Japan.
Okay, so in Japan, lunch is actually a really big deal. And the most common thing, at least for a lot of working adults, is the bento box. Have you ever heard of bento?
I've heard of it. It's a lunchbox, right?
Yes, exactly. A bento box is a portable meal in a box. It usually has rice, some protein like chicken or fish or egg, and then vegetables. Everything is packed neatly in a little box.
That sounds really healthy, actually.
It is. One big advantage of bento is that you control what goes inside, so you know exactly what you're eating, the nutrition, the calories, everything.
Do people make bento at home in the morning?
Some people do, yes, especially moms who make bento for their kids, but adults also make them for themselves. You wake up, make your bento, and bring it to work. It becomes a daily routine.
That sounds like a lot of work in the morning, though. I can barely make coffee before I leave the house.
Yeah, I know. It does take time at first, but once you get used to it, it's actually very fast, maybe 10 or 15 minutes, and it saves a lot of money.
How much does lunch cost in Japan if you buy it?
Well, if you buy a bento from a convenience store, like a 7-Eleven or a Lawson's, it's usually around 500 to 700 yen. That's maybe $4 to $5 US.
Oh wow, that's pretty cheap.
Yes, and the quality is actually really good. Japanese convenience store bento is famous for being delicious and filling. But if you make your own bento at home, it costs even less, maybe $1 or $2.
That's incredible, so people save a lot of money.
Exactly. And another thing about lunch in Japan, a lot of people eat at their desks, especially in busy companies. You eat quickly and go back to work.
Really? You don't go out?
Sometimes people go out, but desk lunch is very common. It's efficient, you know? Japanese work culture values productivity, so lunch breaks can be short.
Interesting. I never thought about that. Okay, I have one more question. What's your favorite bento memory? Like the best bento you ever had?
Oh, that's easy. My mom used to make the most amazing bento for me when I was in school. She would put in tamayaki, that's a sweet Japanese omelet, and karage, which is fried chicken, and pickled vegetables. It was so good. I still think about it.
That sounds amazing. Okay, now I want a bento. But first, you have a burger appointment, Sally.
Right. Okay, your turn. Tell me about LA lunch culture.
All right, so lunch in Los Angeles, or LA for short, is a very different experience. The first thing you need to know is most people eat out.
Really? Every day?
Yeah, a lot of people do. There are so many options: restaurants, food trucks, fast food, cafes. It's easy to just walk out and find something.
What's a food truck? I've seen them on the street, but I wasn't sure.
Oh, great question. A food truck is basically a restaurant inside a truck. It moves around the city and parks in different locations. You can get tacos, burgers, Korean BBQ, Thai food, all kinds of stuff.
That's so cool, like a mobile restaurant.
Exactly. And in LA, the food truck culture is really strong. Some of the best food in the city comes from trucks.
Wow, so what do people usually eat for lunch here?
It really depends on the person. Some people get salads. LA is very health conscious, so there are a lot of healthy options. Some people get sandwiches or wraps. Some people get burritos or tacos. And of course, some people get burgers.
Like us today.
Like us today. And then there are the classic fast food places like McDonald's, In-N-Out, Chick-fil-A. Those are really popular for a quick lunch.
How much does lunch usually cost in LA?
That's a good question, and maybe a painful one. Honestly, LA is not cheap. A typical lunch, like a burger with fries or a burrito or a sandwich, you're usually looking at $10 to $15.
Whoa, that's a lot more than Japan.
Yeah, and if you go somewhere a little nicer, it can be $20 or more. And then you add a drink or a tip at some places, it adds up fast.
So if you buy lunch every day at work, that's like $50 to $75 a week just for lunch.
Yeah, do the math. That's like $300 a month. Some people try to meal prep or bring lunch from home to save money, but honestly, a lot of people just eat out anyway.
$300. That's like my whole food budget for a month in Japan.
Welcome to LA. But you know what? The variety is amazing. You can literally eat a different cuisine every day of the week and never get bored. Thai food on Monday, sushi on Tuesday, tacos on Wednesday.
Okay, that does sound really fun.
And lunch here is also a social thing. Like going out for lunch with coworkers is a big deal. It's how you build relationships, catch up, relax.
I like that. In Japan, as I said, a lot of people eat at their desks alone, so the social aspect is really different.
Right. In many American offices, you'll often see people going out together in groups. It's part of the work culture.
Okay, so let's compare. What do you think are the advantages of the LA lunch style, like eating out every day?
Oh, I love this topic. Okay, so first, variety. You never eat the same thing twice unless you want to. There's so much diversity in food here. On any given day, you can choose from 100 different cuisines.
That's definitely a plus. What else?
Second, convenience. You don't have to plan ahead. You don't have to wake up early and pack anything. You just show up at work, and when lunchtime hits, you walk out and find food. It's simple.
Okay, I can see that, especially on busy mornings when you don't have time to prepare.
Exactly. And third, the social aspect, like I mentioned. Lunch becomes a break, a time to connect with people. That's really valuable.
I love that. I actually noticed since I moved here, my coworkers invite me to lunch all the time. Back in Japan, it was more like you eat, you go back to your desk.
See? So what about the disadvantages besides the price?
The price is a big one, but also you don't always know what's in your food. Like, is it healthy? How much oil did they use? You lose control over the nutrition.
That's a fair point, although a lot of restaurants now list calories and ingredients, so you can check.
True, but it's still different from cooking yourself. Another thing, sometimes you're waiting in line or the service is slow and your lunch break ends before you even finish eating.
Oh yeah, that happens, especially at popular spots. You spend half your lunch break just waiting.
Exactly, so that's a disadvantage too. Okay, what about the Japanese bento style, the advantages?
All right, from what you've described, first, it's very affordable. Making your own lunch saves a ton of money. That's a clear win.
Definitely, big advantage.
The second, you know exactly what you're eating. If you're trying to eat healthy or follow a specific diet, making your own lunch gives you full control.
Yes, I always knew how many vegetables were in my bento, how much rice, everything. It felt good.
And third, honestly, I think there's something really nice about a homemade meal. Like someone took the time to make that for you or you made it yourself with care. It feels more personal than just buying something.
That's such a sweet way to put it. Yes, I agree. Especially when your mom makes your bento, you feel loved.
Exactly. So what are the disadvantages of bento?
Well, the obvious one is time. You have to wake up earlier or prepare the night before. On mornings when you're tired or running late, it can feel stressful.
Yeah, I would definitely not be able to do it every day. I am not a morning person.
I remember some mornings I was so tired I just threw whatever was in the fridge into the box. Not exactly gourmet.
But hey, it still counts.
True. Another disadvantage is variety. If you make your own lunch, you tend to eat similar things. Maybe you always have rice and chicken. It can get a little boring over time.
That makes sense. No surprises, which is good if you like routine, but maybe not if you want excitement.
And also, eating at your desk alone is kind of lonely sometimes. You miss the social energy of going out.
Yeah, that's a real cost. You can save money on food, but you might miss out on human connection.
Exactly. So I think both styles have their merits and their trade-offs. It really depends on your lifestyle, your values, and your budget.
Well said. So if you could design your perfect lunch, taking the best of both worlds, what would it look like?
Oh, interesting question. I think maybe a homemade bento that I bring with me, but I eat it outside with friends or coworkers. So I get the healthy, affordable food, but also the social vibe.
That's actually a brilliant idea, like a picnic-style lunch.
Yes, like a picnic. Maybe we should try that sometime.
I love it. But today, burger time. No homemade lunch today.
Ha, right. I'm ready.
All right, everyone, that's all for today's episode of Everyday English.
We talked about lunch culture in Japan and in Los Angeles, the bento box versus eating out, the pros and cons, and everything in between.
I hope you learned some useful English vocabulary and expressions today. Words like bento, food truck, meal prep, eat out, and phrases like that adds up fast or it depends on your lifestyle.
Yes, try to use those in your conversations this week. And remember, the best way to improve your English is to practice every day, even a little bit.
And listen to podcasts, of course.
Ha, of course. Thank you so much for listening, everyone. It means a lot to us.
If you enjoyed this episode, please share it with your friends who are learning English too. The more, the merrier.
We have new episodes every week, so make sure you come back next time. We have lots more fun topics planned.
Until then, keep practicing, keep listening, and enjoy your lunch.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.